articulated that well. I think that's what he was saying. But the unfortunate part is this. All the decisions we make, for like the Dewey's, for the Brads, you didn't do that just because you wanted to do that, or it was your choice. There was a system of capitalism that kind of pushed you in those directions, other than or influenced you into those directions, not you consciously doing it.
Nathan, can I respond to that? It actually was the system of socialism in this country that we employed pushed me into those areas. If it was a capitalism that pushed me, then I wouldn't need to work.
I wrote Nathan with a PH, not a TH. Nathan, who believes in the truth. He's explaining to us reality. Now you know who leads your low IQ room.
Produce or function within capitalism. They're just a consumer. They're the end result.
Thank you for doing that, Chris Pratt.
The people like Chris, I have to feed, I have to clothe, I have to shelter, they have to be able to buy those goods. They're buying from me. And in the end, what they want me to do is make sure I give them all of these services and all of these products and all of these things in order for them to have their way of life. And capitalism doesn't give me that luxury of it makes me have to go out there and build or work or compete with others. In fact, I actually have dependents, because if they can't buy it from me, they turn around and go to the government.
Okay, we're at top of the day. It's 12 o'clock. We've hit our heart out. We can no longer continue to engage and put this into our brain.
Hey, Bima, you gonna say something or what? Like, what are you gonna do, Bima?
Yo, protect the nature. That has nothing to do with you Americans.
Hey, man, we need to warm our homes in the winter. We need to be able to cook.
Yeah, I just gotta say that, like, I live in Canada. I'm the banana.
Canadians,
I'm
here we go.
banana in the Banana Republic, living in Canada.
Come on.
No, dude, you can get paid $100 grand. You can be paid $100 grand a year and live like maybe for like $8 grand. You know what I mean? Like you're working a whole year, you're making like $8 grand after expenses and everything. Like, I'm in a banana republic and I'm a human and I'm the banana. You know what I'm saying?
Come to the U.S.
Like, this is not Nigeria's bananas, but like you're taking.
Bro, what you're saying
life.
is so profound.
Let him finish, man. Come on. I want to hear from the Canadians.
Yeah, dude. Let me finish. You're being an asshole for no reason.
Hey.
Why you gotta be a strawberry?
I don't have to care about your feelings, bro. It's not my responsibility to take care of your feelings.
I thought I was gonna say, hey,
you're in control of your own feelings, so control yourselves, please.
You see what you're doing, Nathan? You see that? You empower these people.
No, Nathan and I go back, bro.
He hit you with the A.
Go ahead, AK.
Hey, nobody caught it with you, Bob. That's crazy.
Yeah, essentially, that like Nigeria was enslaved essentially for 100 years for their bananas. Cuba's sugar was used for beer, and we used the sugar to make beer and added water, and we just gave them the beer 1-to-1. Like, just imagine, like the American Food Company that provides you all your food from all over the world is put people politically in charge to control these resources, kept the wages so low that they can't afford their own things that they make or grow. And it's like, you're just like missing that banana republic. You're also in that same banana republic. You just haven't realized that you're the bananas.
I think you're confusing rum with beer.
No, it was molasses. I actually
That
saw
would
the
be
boat.
rum. It wouldn't be beer. Beer came from Europe. Rum came from the Caribbean.
Beer can be made anywhere. Anywhere with...
Cuba is in the Caribbean.
I'm from Canada. 97% of tourism.
Hey. Who's next? Bima?
Yeah, thank you, Samoa.
Yeah, no problem. I got you.
A nice advocate. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think it's interesting. We're talking about, if just to highlight prostitution or selling your body, let's just say, for example, under different types of economic systems, okay? Worst case scenario, best case scenario. First, when you're trying to figure out what type of economic system we feel is best for society, we're looking at largely how much freedom do you have? How much choice is people going to have, right? There's the other things like, how fair are the resources going to be shared? How well are the resources going to be used? And then stability, organization, right? But mostly we're choosing because we want freedom Okay, and so now if we take we'll take the three most, I'm not going to use like mercantilism, I'm just going to go socialism, communism, capitalism. We take all three of those economic systems and we say, okay, best and worst case scenario. Best case scenario, communism is it's out for play, right? It's been deployed, and it's a great system. Either way, communism would reject prostitution in all cases. Best case scenario, because that's exploitation, and that's the foundation of why communism would be communism, because of the exploitation. It's a fundamental principle. So under both best case scenario, worst case scenario, communism is not going to allow prostitution. Okay, socialism, it's going to be iffy, right? But worst case scenario, it's going to be completely regulated. Nobody's going to have any choice. Best case scenario, it may be allowed, but it would still be heavily regulated. Capitalism, okay, which, by the way, we don't even have capitalism, but true capitalism. We have crony capitalism, which is a mixed economy of socialism and capitalism. But in a true capitalist society, which is literally ultimate freedom, true voluntary interactions between consenting individuals, worst case scenario, heavily regulated, nobody's allowed prostitution, or is it? No regulation, because there is no regulation, because it's voluntary, there is no centralized authority. So worst case scenario, prostitution is allowed. Best case scenario, prostitution is allowed.
This is like someone who can't
So,
follow their own
what are
thoughts.
we even
And they're
arguing
just putting
here?
thoughts in front of thoughts.
Do you guys care about freedom?
And
Or, or
let's
not?
go back to liberty or freedom.
What is, when you're looking at your economic systems, what do each of you put the most weight on when you're trying to figure out? We have an entire list of shit also that then if you want to use social, if you're not going for capitalism, which is what each of us, we're going to say, listen, I believe that every fucking person in this room is an adult and a consenting adult, and I think that they should be able to make whatever decision that they want with another free individual, as long as they're not harming another person or person's property, right? That would be my take. But if you don't want to go with that take, we're going to have to sit here. We're going to have to go through the epistemological.
We're getting epistemological.
Normative ethics, what moral theories that we're going to have to apply for the system, what type of what type of roles each of the society is going to have. We're going to have to figure out on an agreed amount of our ethics. What is harmful and what is beneficial. But first we're going to have to figure out how we identify, and we're all going to have to agree on what is good and what is bad. Then we're going to have to go for the social.
Did she just trip on Adderall or something?
Justice, like, okay, well, is it helping or harming, right? And then ultimately, what should society do? And we all know that the most peaceful option out of all of those is, we're never going to agree all on what we consider to be good. It's all fucking subjective.
Crazy,
Not
right?
everybody's going to become a religious individual and subscribe to one particular religion and say, okay, this is how we define what's good and bad. We know that that's not going to happen. So we're going to have a bunch of people that are going to...
This is what you call run-on sentencing.
And rightfully so, right? Because otherwise,
Rambling.
what is our option? We're either going to fight and we're going to kill each other, or we're going to be like, yo, you know what? Believe what you want. As long as you're not harming me or my property, I'm good.
But if you're a person that's taking a position that you should have freedom of expression and independence in the way of thinking, and you can create your own reality, then you should also be able to hold space for women being able to make these types of decisions and not judge them through a misogynist lens of moral and victim blaming and
I put rambling, doesn't even finish a thought, just hyper word nothing.
Action, right? So people say, hey, the only reason why, I think this was Chris's position, the only reason why these women would be doing these things, because it's majority women, predominantly women in this field, is because of the circumstances that they have experienced, and they're down to this point here. So it's either they have the freedom to express themselves and to do what it is that they perceived is within their own convenience and best interest, or they don't. And I think that that's a problem. I think misogynists should stand up and say, women aren't adequate to make good decisions. Women do not have the capability.
Women's are not adequate to make
bad
good
ones all the time.
decisions.
And the only reason why they would is because there's this patriarchy with these larger implications of society that oppress these types of women, and we should protect women.
What platform are you recording us on today?
I've been saying that.
I disagree that women make bad decisions. That's all I disagree with.
All we gotta do is
YouTube,
go
you
down one
pig!
road.
I mean, I think if we just stop being little tyrants, mini tyrants, and thinking that we have the best idea of what is good and what is bad, just come together and say, listen, we're going to have our own ideas.
Mike, were I modding, you'd have been gone.
Which we align with, and allow others to associate with which they align with. And as long as we're not harming each other, like, that is our mutual reciprocation. Like, that is what our rights should be. As long as you're not harming
What
each
if
other.
what I align with conflicts with what you align? Let her finish.
Yes, she is finished.
Farewell, pig moron.
She is finished.
Whoever you are.
Yeah, Louis, tell that nigga. She is finished.
Like, how? What if what I align with conflicts with what you align with?
That's why private property is the ultimate primary principle, right? That's the first out of state of nature, which is we own ourselves. Private property begins with the individual because we're rational, reason beings, right? And then our property is an extension of ourselves, our private property, right?
What if I'm on my private property and I'm blasting music at 3 a.m.? I'm blasting music at 3 a.m. in the morning. I'm on my private property, but that's impeding on your private property. You're in your house. You can hear my music blasting every day. I own the sky. I do it every day.
My property.
I do it every day. Every day, 3 o'clock. You have work at 6 a.m. Every day, 3 o'clock. I'm blasting music, disrupting your sleep cycle. It's actually fucking you up and fucking your life up. Right, but I'm on my own private property, right?
If that becomes such a big issue, right, then you would have to go with people. You would, like I said, you associate with other people who are going to congregate and contract to say, hey, look, these are the rules. Like, do you know what like those HOA things? That's basically what it is. It's a bunch of private property
has
that they
rules and regulations set for the inhabitants of that neighborhood.
Right. That's what I'm. Hold on.
Why would I not call the authorities?
Hold on, because
noise ordinance.
No, he's pointing out that you have to convene an
The real
authority.
question is, how is an HOA different from you just relocating to another county or a town?
He has to
Yo, what up, brother? Good to see you again, my guy.
Right.
So again,
Pointing out that in order to silence Louis, he's going to have to convene this larger authority. Something has to happen where people gang up on somebody.
no, it's not. It's not a gang up. It's an association. It's an association. It's a bunch of people.
If we're being charitable, she's saying vote with your feet.
It's me, Pops, and Guava, and Pulp saying, yo, look, listen, we have all this, we have all of this mutual understanding. We have, like, we align with these principles. Why don't we we'll put our money together, we buy this private property, and we contract with each other. We say, okay, this is what we're going to, this is our contract, and you agree to the contract. It's very simple.
Yeah, so now you want to be Yeah, just wait until the next 17 people go.
No, I don't do that to my guy,
If we found the account, we would remove them from the room, and y'all casually allow John Edmond to record us for the last hour. And when I put it in the chat, letting y'all know that.
So, wait, so Bima, how does that nature?
I think, no, 3 of those accounts, Monica. What are you talking about? 3. This is the fourth one.
So it's now we're
Damn, finally! We did it! We got it. That was a long time. We're going to go right back in another account. Watch this. This is like how I'm harassing them, essentially, but I'm really not harassing them. I'm just trying to get them to admit that they're incredibly stupid.
Do shit.
Shut your stupid ass mouth. Damn, shut up.
We're talking to
I'm just asking.
Just need
You heard that, Monica? That's the fourth one. Stop bringing that up. That's the fourth one.
Okay,
Call me or Melissa, and it wouldn't be an issue. We have all that.
No, it's not moving shit.
Mike.
Because you can't control yourself.
I know. It's
I can't control myself.
Oh my gosh, Monica. Fudge, bro. He said take care of it in the chat.
I told y'all an hour ago and got done.
What does that have to do with the other 25?
You're right. Just be right in the chat.
Alright, so I have a really quick question to Bima, right? Like, ideologically speaking, right? Isn't an HOA just a mini government? Just a government in a small local form? And isn't the big government just like the same thing, but just like broader and in a much bigger?
No, because the difference is one, everyone's coming together voluntarily. So there is no, if you want to opt out, you can opt out and you can leave.
And then not follow the rules while he lives amongst you, right?
Isn't it the same way, Bima? Isn't it the same with the citizenship as well? Like, you can't just say, like, if you do like shit, wait, Bima, you said you can't.
Welcome back to another episode of Extreme Low IQ Stupid Clowns Wasting Time.
In order to even be included, it's a contract, so it's just normal contract.
So who enforces
your
the contract?
contract?
Who enforces that?
Each of you, whatever you write up into the contract, you're going to put those. You're going to put those. I forget what it's called. But the things inside of the contract.
So shit and everything. It's just a different
It's not. Listen, it's not much different. It's not much different than we have in our local system, like local municipalities.
Hold
on. And this is what's so interesting.
Sorry,
People say,
just a moment. Why is it so hard in a space that we fight to make not an echo chamber for you to just let the fucking sound ring from one fucking talking circle that disagrees with you? I don't know what the fuck that is, but seek help, let her land, and then you can fight her. Damn.
It's because she never doesn't land, my dear.
Brad, hilariously, I came in and out of this room like 5 times this morning, and you were talking every time I came back in. Right? It's just how it goes.
Don't take it out.
If you have a problem, I'm just saying. No, every time I came into the room, Brad was talking. I left. I came back. He was still talking. So I'm just saying. That's it. Okay? I don't fucking complain. If I don't like it, I'm an adult and I fucking leave. Boom. Okay?
But
Done.
Chaos's point though. Chaos said you're creating a mini government, and when you use the word municipality.
Let her finish, bro. We get you're excited, but let her. She's not done.
Oh my gosh, bro! I just wanted her to focus on chaos, bro.
Yeah, we understand. You want to focus.
All right, bro.
But you're control yourself.
Keep talking. She can't talk to chaos, bro.
You can control yourself somehow.
All right, go on mute, bro.
So
I'll follow you, my leader.
So the difference is and this is why I'm trying to tell you guys, it's not much different. Everyone thinks that, oh, there's not going to be any rules, there's going to be chaos. No, there's going to be uniformity. There's going to be organization. These things have to exist in order to have peaceful coexistence. The only difference is one's going to be on a voluntary basis, one's going to be on a non-voluntary basis. Government, right, in a government setting, there is no voluntary basis. You're either going to be a part of the majority, which you're going to be perceivably winning, or you're going to be a part of the minority. You're going to be part of the 49%, which you're going to lose. You're going to have the biggest gang that's going to come out every time the elections roll, and whoever gets to have the biggest numbers, then they get to enforce. Might makes right in any type of government. In our federal constitutional republic, the way that our plurality system works is the people who have the greatest opinion, that's what is going to be implemented. And in a voluntary society, the thing is all of those rules, all of those things that work for what we have right now, that's all going to be the same. The only difference is that if you don't want to be a part of something, you can leave. Or you can go and create your own. Nobody's going to tell you that you can't do it. You're not going to be told that you can't do it. You're not going to be theft. There isn't going to be any type of thievery. There isn't going to be violent force used against you for you to associate with the like minds that align with your type and way of thinking.
Brain rot dicked out. Brain rot dicked out.
Yeah, here's a question, right? How do you stop Louis with you, Pops, and Guava? How do you guys stop Louis from playing his music at 3 a.m.?
You don't stop Louis.
You take personal accountability that you decided to move into a place. You take personal accountability that you decided to move into a place that's in proximity to other humans, and you accept the fact that there might be noise.
How is that?
No,
How is that? How is that now?
Monica, put something in the chat saying keep joining.
Come on, guys. Why are you guys letting her out?
I mean, she could just put it in the contract.
Samoa, more people can have an opinion than Bima. I just want to hear what Bima's answer is to this dilemma. Okay, well, maybe you're in the back channel. No, but wait, still guard. Are you Bima did, yeah. Listen to this faggotry. Listen to this faggotry. No, still guard. Listen. I wasn't familiar with you. Is this a conversation, or are we just gonna try to talk about it? I just explained to you what's going on. Before you start doing the white boy thing. Listen, what's going on with this? Explain me what's going on. Alright, shut up. Yeah. So what's going on? Bima made a claim, and they're challenging Bima's claim. Okay, so then let Bima answer the question. Then stop holding that hand.
Yes. Okay, so again, it is my nap time. But while Bima is responding, put your name in the chat. Self-govern, just like she thinks you can. Go on, Bima.
It's never gonna work, Tali.
Tally just sold me on government tyranny.
Just take the dog pile with a smile on your face, Bima.
No, go ahead. That was a good one, Tom.
Bima's awesome. They came for Bima last night. They tried to dogpile ourselves.
Still guard, go ahead, bro.
It's really easy for men to attack women. It's just
We're attacking her idea, not her.
So what was? Yeah, it's okay. It's perfectly okay. So what was the sound question?
Okay. What do you guys do? You, Guava, and Pops. How do you guys stop? Right, because you guys are voluntarily entering into this whole thing, the way you guys see the world. Louis from playing his music, this Nigerian mating dance music.
Yo, watch your mouth, nigga.
How do you guys stop him?
Wait, is he a part of our community?
If he's part of the HOA, y'all said there was an HOA or something, right? Like, I
no, he's trying to create it after the property lines have already formed. So he's on his property, they're on their property, and now he wants to create something because of he's responding.
Monica, you are a pig.
Nigerian.
Where's this Adrian Tippin, bring them all in here, asshole.
It's a majority rules thing.
Monica, you are a pig.
They would have accepted an answer, but what they want is they want you to be wrong.
They just want to hear your voice, people. Just so you know, they just want to hear your voice. Okay, I got an answer.
Because I was providing an answer when you want to be.
Listen.
You want to do.
Yeah, Bima's point of view is not your point of view. Okay, so white man, please stop. Go ahead, Bima.
It's majority rules, just so you know. I mean, because y'all was incorporating me. If it is in fact me, right? Yeah, sure. But I get to answer because I'm a part of the HOA. I'm part of the crowd, right? Y'all included me, Guava.
He said no.
No HOA, right?
And
but it's still
hold on. No enforcement, no coercion. That's what she said.
It's majority rules, so I'm just submitting.
That's not true. It's not.
Well, if it's me, Guava, and Bima versus one guy blasting his music. Okay, well, listen. Pops, go ahead.
They don't want your answer.
They don't want me? Alright, they just want to hear about their own
never controlled. History was never controlled by a large group of people. It was always concentrated control, right? And like in a room, let's say there's 4 crazy ass people and me. Like, yeah, they might have more.
I'm gaslighting Monica. I wrote take note, Monica. Pig emoji. The mods don't like you.
I'm much more powerful than them because of the knowledge I have. Like, it's just like
I encourage you guys to look up the Gini coefficient in this argument, and you're not wrong, but until you are wrong. So yeah, there's a minority rules until the majority does overrule. There's a metric that measures this, and it's called the Gini coefficient.
Yeah, but we don't disagree with that,
Pop.
So we don't disagree with that. What we're saying is
what I'm saying is, yeah, that is true.
The enforcement mechanism.
No, the enforcement mechanism always wins until when it's time for it to do.
Hold on, she's saying it doesn't exist. Bima is saying that,
bro. Have you not been paying attention? I heard my name, Guava, and Bima versus one dude versus
and you just started talking because you heard your name?
Yeah, y'all put me in. So what is it? Is it me, Bima, and Thing living in a house versus this music guy, or what? What's happening?
It's an HOA. Can I give
It's an HOA. What's happening? Help me.
No, it's not an HOA. Okay. It's not an HOA.
So can I give him a reason?
I give him a reset so that he can come to the question with a complete perspective.
We want to hear Beamer's answer. I only want to hear Beamer's answer.
Yeah, they just want to hear her. I'll
so,
Normally, bro, like you're on track, but you're off right here, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah, Small, that's your opinion, and I don't have to agree with it. This is ridiculous.
You have to know it to disagree or agree.
Yeah, well, look,
but the majority. All right. Let's get a reset or just hear Beamer. Let's go.
Your goal is not an answer. Your goal is to dunk on Beamer. You want Beamer to be wrong. You don't want an answer.
No, I want.
Shut up. We do. I want to hear another points as well.
I'm sorry. I did that.
Okay, let me bring this. Let me do something real quick, man. Go ahead. Because all the white people think that because someone is challenging a white woman, they think that that's attacking and trying to dunk on. No, Beamer said something, right? And it's to me, I'm curious as well to how she's going to answer the question because I want to hear her thoughts on it. This is her belief. Let her flesh out her own belief. We don't want to hear from you, Stilgar. We don't.
But you
we don't want to hear from you, respectfully.
To take the lead. You were happy for Pops to take
the lead. No.
You didn't mute him. You didn't mute him. You didn't tell him not to interrupt.
My God,
you didn't tell him.
I concede.
Yes, everyone else told him to. I didn't have to.
Mod abuse.
Go ahead.
I concede. Go ahead, Joe.
Go ahead, Beamer. I want to hear Beamer's point.
Wait, I want to reset. Can we not? Okay, Beamer.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So the example was that Louis wasn't part of our community. And by the way, Pops, thank you. You're very sweet. Simone, was that the case that Louis was not a part of our community? He was outside of it, or?
Yeah, you said that you guys are going to convene something in response to this 3 a.m. Nigerian war dance music. And you said that you're going to get other property owners that are voluntarily in their own private property to come together for whatever the reason is. And we're wondering, how do you guys as a collective now stop this guy, Louis, this mad actor?
Okay, so would everyone in this room agree that if someone was playing music extraordinarily loud, that you would not want